Right. We're here. We've made it. I think I have myself together. I don't even know. All right. Well, yeah. It's weird to not feel chaotic at this moment. So I feel like there's something I must have forgotten because there's always got to be a little bit of chaos in the stream start, right? Anyway, hi. Good morning, good afternoon, good evening, wherever you are, whenever you are. Hello. I'm a practical eccentric and I'm here for Dreamlight Valley because we're what, like 3 days away from update day? After what, nearly 3 months? When did the last one happen? I don't even remember now. In any case, feeling a little subdued today because my husband and I ended up waking up stupid early this morning for like not really a great reason, but just like, just one of those things where it's like we're up. Oh, goody. So I've already done more than I usually do before stream on Sundays. And so I don't know, maybe the chaos is I'm feeling just a little bit of out of sorts because of the fact that I've already been awake for 4 hours. Anyway, I hope everyone's doing well today. Enjoying your Sunday or whenever it is for you. But I guess we could just do our normal stuff, which is starting with a quote of the day. I feel like there's something on my mouse. There we go. A little bit of chaos. That's fine. There's something weird on my mouse. Like I've got something sticky on it. All right, let me try and wipe it off. All right. So the quote of the day is balance is not something you find, it's something you create. And that is from Jana Kingsford. And the reason this was on my mind is because while I have been feeling like things are starting to fall into place as far as being able to make time for the things that I am focusing on right now, that I am excited about right now, the things that I am looking forward to in the near future and beyond, I tend to get a bit of tunnel vision when that happens and can end up forgetting to maintain other parts of my real life, my work life. It's happened, within the confines of the same thing. So if we're talking about through the scope of content creation, a few weeks ago I had a whole week off. My intention was to try and start filming more to get ahead of the schedule on the things I could get ahead of schedule on, and particularly the decor series because I can technically film as many of those as I want and have them scheduled to release on their weekly release schedule. And I ended up getting kind of sidetracked and focusing more on some of the other back end stuff, some of the branding type things, some of the other elements that also needed to be worked on. And it wasn't that that stuff wasn't a focus for me, but if I stay too long on one thing, then odds are other things that I should be prioritizing aren't going to get as much of attention. And so there's, within the confines, like I do that at work sometimes, I do that in home life sometimes. And then sometimes, like one of the things like, work, life, family, all of those things, like I can focus on too much on one thing and not enough on some of the other things. So even, within the bubble of each kind of area, but also the bubbles can affect each other. And I think this year might be a lot about balance for me because last year was about overcoming some of the, hang-ups I have for myself, the ways that I am not kind to myself and sometimes others, depending on if my, like frustration leaks out and ends up negatively impacting other areas of life, and how that's worked really well for me. I feel like that was probably easier, even though, I don't know, in some ways that can seem harder, partially because I figured out how to break that stuff up into smaller chunks that I could then manage. and I'm gonna have to try and apply those lessons to um, the balance thing that I'm thinking about right now. And I'm not sure how to break that stuff into smaller pieces just yet. So it's going to require some really focused attention to try and analyze, okay, where exactly is that choice being made to prioritize one thing over another thing? Or that when I start to get the tunnel vision, like, how do I pull myself back away from that? And, make sure that I'm meaning to spend 5 minutes on something or a couple of hours on something, and it turns into 5 days or a week or two pass. And then suddenly, I'm like, oh crap, when was the last time I did XYZ over there? I don't even remember. Crap, now I'm really behind in that. And then I have to like tunnel vision on that until that's rectified. And so I'm going to have to figure out exactly. I like to refer to them as kind of my pinch points. It's like the points that give me the most difficulty, the most pain, um, and where like I need to have a mental shift or like a mental like, oop, this is a moment where if I keep going down this path, it's going to end up creating some sort of imbalance. And one of the reasons I continue to do this quote of the day, it is by far my least popular content, which is fine. Um, Part of the reason I do this is because I feel like if somebody finds me talking about stuff I am personally processing and trying to go through in the context of a quote, that it may help them or may make them feel like they're not alone or may speak to them on something that they're also going through, because quotes are great. Quotes are helpful, quotes are inspiring, but quotes aren't every day and every moment where this is that thing that quote's referring to in an everyday real life struggle. So even if my stories aren't the same as your stories, these are ways where it's like, okay, how do I take this inspiring quote and look at my life or look at this thing and go, this is a moment where this applies. And so even though these quotes may be helpful to someone else and these stories might be helpful to someone else, it's almost like a verbal journal of like, okay, how do I check in and consciously acknowledge or figure out these different things that are going on in my everyday life? And vocalizing it makes me have to really think about it, look at it, and be conscious of it in order to go, oh, this is the thing. This is the thing that I need to look at. I wasn't really thinking about that until I sort of just let my brain train run its course as I ramble through the stuff that I'm going through in connection to these inspiring quotes. And I mention it, and I've mentioned this kind of thing before where it's like I mention these things because this might be an aha moment for you. It's an aha moment for me. And we are not alone in this world, and our experiences, while they are our own, does not mean that they are dissimilar from other people's experiences. So, um, yeah, it's helpful for me to have this kind of chunk of time where I kind of just am consciously looking at things that may turn into those kind of subconscious, unconscious aha moments on a Tuesday when I'm driving to work, or, or when I'm taking a shower, or when I'm folding some laundry. They're just a good way to check in and kind of bring things to the front of my brain and work through them. So, anyway, yeah, I kind of, this morning, I got this sense of, oh, balance is going to be your focus this year. And it didn't happen at the new year. It wasn't a big resolution. It was just February. It could be any time. And that's one of the reasons I don't really do a lot of resolution type stuff, because I don't know when, uh, I'm going to hit a point in my cycle where it's like, oh, this is a shifting moment. And so I don't necessarily let the date be arbitrary. Oh, it's the first day of the new year. I mean, that's already arbitrary too, because we just kind of decided. Um, you know, not necessarily just completely arbitrarily, but just, you know, just because it's January 1 doesn't mean that that's the moment I'm going to feel like I have this click moment. And I should just accept that click moments can come at any point, and then I can go down that path for a bit and see where it leads me. And you know, maybe in a month, my attitude will shift again, or maybe I'll get a grasp on the shift a little bit sooner, or it might be a whole year before I'm like, oh, things have really shifted again. Okay, that's interesting. Because life is weird and brains are weird and we're weird. So, welcome to the weird place. All right. So, what are we doing? We are stockpiling because update day is this week. It's this week. And yeah, I'm excited. They've put out at least 3 little videos about the stuff that's coming in the next updates. And holy crap, y'all. There's going to be a lot going on, and I'm super stoked. Quality of life stuff. I still haven't seen like a bug fix list. I'm sure that will eventually come along. What am I doing? I've already got my spreadsheet open. I've already got my chats visible. Okay, good. So hopefully if someone chats, I will not be totally zoned in on this game. So yesterday I was able to make a big push and finish tomorrow's video. So I'm really excited about that, because I don't think I started even filming it until Friday. But that meant yesterday I ended up having to film in 2 parts, and then I have to film a separate video for the reveal, and then I have to do voiceovers, and then I have to edit things down, and then I have to combine things, and then I have to find music, and then I have to edit things down. Anyway, it's a whole thing. And although it encroached on some time that I normally don't like to let things encroach, I felt really good that the process felt just like, and this is the next thing, and this is the next thing, and this is the next thing. And I didn't feel like, until I got to the very end, when I'm putting literally everything together, like I get all the other components ready, and then there's like one big thing at the end where I have to, you know, put all of the pieces together. And that can take a little bit. Usually takes a little bit longer than I anticipate. And it ended up kind of taking over a little bit of time yesterday that I really didn't mean to. And that's the balance thing, right? That's probably part of the reason it was on my mind. I don't have a garden to gather from yet. But this will probably finish during stream. So I'll be able to do pumpkins again, because I spent so many coins. It was a lot, but that's okay. But yeah, so now I am slightly ahead instead of slightly behind, which is what I have been since I've either been behind or just on time since I started doing these 2 new series. What do I want to do first? I kind of want to look at my tasks and go there first. Okay. So, it's nice to feel like I am slightly ahead instead of either just on time or slightly behind. And I'm kind of hoping that if I can continue to push, that I will eventually get some stuff more ahead, so that everything else will like start to fall into place a little bit better. Part of the reason I got so behind, well, not so behind, but behind more than I'd like, is because this last week was all thrown off by how cold it is, or was. We had single digits, negative temperatures due to wind chill. Like, it was super cold. My kids were out most of the week. My kids had 9 days off in a row, and only one of them was a school at home day. So last week was just kind of shot, and the time that I normally would have for just me time, content devotion, ended up getting consumed by, well, sleep, because my kids weren't having to get up and go to school. And although I am more likely to get up early in the morning now than I used to be, I still will sleep in if I feel like I can and like I need to or I want to. And so I ended up not having the time in the morning. Why did I come up here besides this? I didn't come up here just for flowers. I came up here to do this. I'm staying focused. See, this is the problem with being up for 4 hours already. I'm like, I don't even know who I am right now. It's just, I'm so off. Alright. Time bending. We could do feed a rabbit and harvest cocoa beans. Oh, I could feed a raccoon. So let's do this first. I'm trying to push for some Dreamlight because I'm pretty sure I have enough for Agrabah, the Aladdin realm. But I will need more Dreamlight for
this place
the
so
floating islands. Now, the floating islands are not top priority for me because I haven't even started decorating the ones I have now. The most I have done is moved a few villager homes up to the floating islands. So I'm not feeling urgent about that. I came down here for cocoa beans. I got blueberries because I have feed a raccoon on my list. And I want to grab a carrot. That was not cocoa beans. That was coffee beans. That doesn't help me at all, does it? But feed a rabbit. Feed a raccoon. Hatch here and there fish. I might take a fisher person around. Let me see. Is there a carrot? Because they're happiest when I can feed them a carrot. But if there's not a carrot, I will just grab any old veggie and give them that. So now, oh, I see you over there, little rabbit. I almost changed my character's look today. And then I started to look at it and I was like, I don't really feel like spring look yet. Because I have something specific in mind as inspiration for my spring look this year. And it's not time yet. Like, it's supposed to be high of like 50 something this afternoon, which is great. And then we're supposed to have 50s and 60s all week, which is also great. Do I need... How are we doing on the favorites? Okay, we've done all of the feed them their favorites. Is that correct? Yeah, their favorites. Okay, excellent. Which means I don't have to worry as much about exactly what I'm feeding them. Oh, goodness. My husband is now singing at the 7-year-old. Okay, we're going to go feed a raccoon. Oh, and we're going to eat a berry salad because, of course we are. Why do I have lettuce on me? I must have done something earlier that gave me lettuce. Hi. Did you really not run away? It's weird. I mean, I'll take it. So I broke down and made a few more lure traps for snippets in the Vale because 500 story points, story magic. There we go. I was like, there's a term. Harvest 3 raspberries, have a daily discussion, add 3 decorations to the plaza. Right. Because 500 story magic gets you a whole lure trap, and then 2500 upgrades it. So the trap itself gives you 3 snippets, and then the upgrade only gives you 1 more, so you only get 4. I don't know if they trap faster, but like the cost to benefit ratio right there is just so skewed that I was like, we'll bring a friend their favorite gift. Oh, so one of the things, quality of life updates, is that if you have stuff in your inventory, it's supposed to show you who wants the gift that day. I'm so freaking excited about that. Holy crap. Now that means I'll have to remember to look at my stuff in my inventory. But that's going to simplify having to dig through the menus to figure out who wants what for the day. Holy cow. That, and apparently they're going to have an icon for... Where is it? Like here, this would have an icon of where I got it from. Or like, you know, the different stuff would give you an icon. Now I'm curious if they'll have multiple icons, like garlic. Garlic, you can get multiple locations. Will they have multiple, you know, it's going to be represented by a little icon and not a word. But I'm excited about that. And then, because that'll be nice to have just an easy way to see it without having to dig through menus. Anything to not have to dig through menus, I swear to God. And then, if you have not heard and you have not seen, they're finally adding the search function to the cooking menu. And I know so many people have been clamoring for that. And they're adding additional filters, which also, like, I think you can filter by the food item. I think you can, there's going to be another tab in here for restaurant orders, so you don't have to memorize them and keep checking and all of this. And then there was something else. There's a text search function coming. But yeah, quality of life for cooking menu. Long requested. Super excited. I'm really excited about the orders too. Because I don't know how many times I have 6 people sitting in there and I'm like, I don't even know. Does she do this regularly? Just use stoves out in the world? The slow cooker. She's going to have a slow cooker. So if you do not have Eternity Isle, you will also be able to have access to cooked over time bulk foods, which it's not exactly what I think most people want. What I think most people want is what I think most people want is the ability to cook, go to the stove, cook 10 at once. I think that's what most people probably want as far as bulk cooking goes. But they are leaning into that slow cooker with Tiana's slow cooker. I think that's their answer to bulk cooking. I don't think they want to go in here and have you pick apple pie and then go click, click, click. I want to make 10 of these. I don't think they're going to ever give us that. They might if there's enough pushback, but considering their answer was originally the ancient cookers and now they're doubling down with having a base game version of it, I feel like they're just not going to give us the cook in bulk ourselves, which, you know, is okay. It's okay. I think they're going to use Dreamlight instead, which honestly, actually at this point in time, I don't think I think I'd rather use Mist. Mist is so much easier to get than Dreamlight right now, because you can get it with the time bending thing, you can get it with duties, you can get it through the stuff that, like the little swirling rock things. You can get Dreamlight so many ways that I think I still would use the ancient cookers over Dreamlight. Okay, so bring a friend their favorite gift. And I thought I had bring a friend their, bring somebody gifts, 2 gifts. Did I misread that? That's all right. Let's do let's look and see who wants what. You want stuff I don't want to give you. Sweet herring, that's not a bad one. So yes, some of the quality of life stuff. I'm still curious if they're gonna do any more, because that's what the 3rd video. So the first one was about new characters, new realm. Second video was about new star path, and 3rd video was about some quality of life stuff. So I'm curious to see, because we have what, today and then 2 more days for them to potentially announce more stuff. And that's if they even want to tell us everything that's happening. All right, sweet herring, and then the fairy godmother. If she's running around, she usually is. There she is. So I will cook her some sweet herring. And then
I can't wait to show Remy my new recipe.
I'm still curious about, there's something they said Jasmine was going to give us access to. I can't remember what they called it. I'm super curious what it means. Oh, that was the other thing. And now I'm just like, now? It's happening now? I mean, it's fine. But there is a part of me that's like, damn it, there are certainly some rooms I'm going to want to go back and change now in my decorating stuff. But they are going to give us the ability to customize the shapes of the rooms. So instead of just, you know, small, medium, large rooms, you're going to be able to make, you know, different. I'm sure there'll be a maximum. Put like different shapes so it won't just be a big square room. If you don't want it to be, you can make it narrow rectangles instead of just squares. And yeah, I'm really curious because there are a few rooms that I was like, I don't know how I'd do that. Like, I
You're
kind of wish I'd
making
had
so
it
many
for
dreams come
the
true.
Cabinet of Curiosities because, and we can talk about my dream snap for the week now that we're past video release. But oh, I gave her the wrong thing. I gave her the fancier one. Something to give you. Yep, I gave her the wrong one. Oh well. That's alright. These are fairly easy to make, and I usually have a lot of the ingredients, like, more than what I need.
Does it?
It's all fine. Pick 3 mushrooms. We'll do that after I talk to you. But, one of the rooms I have in my list, I think, is a gallery. And essentially, it's usually like a hall type of room, so a really long, narrow room, but it's a place to display art. And I thought that was such a cool concept as far as a room to put in the game because we have lots of art. It would be a wonderful excuse to be able to use a bunch of that stuff and just have it be kind of a gallery. Now, I could do a different, I don't have to make it long and narrow, but now I might make it long and narrow because what level of scramble coin are you? Is it any Scrabble coin?
You've been so helpful.
It is. Okay, so I'm going to talk to you again. I know I've talked to you like 3 times now, but that's fine. 4 times, I think.
I'll see.
Promise no magic. Good for you. But, yeah, I might make a long, narrow gallery for an art space. So I'm very intrigued by some of these quality of life updates. And it just makes me feel better about starting to participate in the forums because your corners, your borders. Although I want Scrooge down, I think I am remiss if I don't do this first. Because I think I would have only gotten 2 had I... Oh, but see, now he's going to get screwed a little bit. That's all right. We could do Scrooge. Scrooge's corners. It's kind of a bummer. But it's okay. I'm going to go ahead and plop him down and do this. And then we'll do that. But, yeah, it makes me feel better, like, okay, you know, they may take a while to address some of the issues. But in the end, I feel like participating in suggestions and notifications about bugs and stuff will ultimately result in an improved game all around. So, you know, it's nice to feel like my voice matters, as it were. All right, so I definitely don't want to go... Kind of wish you were not. Kind of wish you were Lumiere now. That's okay. So if I take him down here... No, if I take him over here, that's going to leave these coins all up for grabs, as it were. Now, I'm not sure where I want to take Scrooge. I really don't like him being in this corner, but I think I might do... I think I might do Olaf and see how that goes. So we'll do this, and then we'll do this and this, and then this and this. I can't remember what level of scramble coin person she is. Okay. How are we doing? How are we doing? Not too shabby. That's all right. Okay, so if I do that, well, I kind of want to take... Let's do this, and we'll just do this. I didn't even look to see if there was a better path. All right. There we go. It's possible he could get someone over here. I wish I was closer to that stuff now, though. This is turn 5 coming up, though, yeah? Yep, yep. Alright. Well, Olaf's kind of gotten screwed a little bit, but we could do this. And we could take Donald up here. And then we could do this. And that. That should be pretty good. Should be enough to win. Yep. Continue. Look, did I get new people? Yes. Excellent. That means that goes in my list. So yes, I am very excited for the updates this week. It almost makes me want to play on Wednesday, but Thursday's going to be just fine. I will probably still end up playing on Wednesday because that's the day I've got to do my dream snaps. So I will probably play before, but I won't do any of the new content unless it's unavoidable because sometimes they like to do stuff like that. So let's go here. Let's go here. I wonder how many of these figurines I'm actually going to have in the end. I'm sure there's a way to math it. Celestial base. Oh, no. I want to write that down. Ooh, no. Figurine. And then Lilo and Stitch. And in-game. I'm so looking forward to this weather this week, though. I can't even... Like, there's just... I think, you know, I just need... Not snow, not... And because, you know, snow is fine and all. I actually really enjoy snow until it starts to get gross. Because it's gotten muddy and people have been driving on it. And just... It just gets nasty after a while. And then it's just cold and not pretty. Like, it's like... This is just the remnants that, you know. It's like having a wonderful dinner and then having to wash the plate the next day where you're like, I just wanted to relish the fact that I ate that wonderful meal and now it's all dried and crusty and gross on it. Like, I don't want that. Except for it goes on longer and it's outside. And I have to go through it to get to work and stuff. But yes, I'm looking very much forward to spring this year. I can't, like that fire last weekend made me go, I'm ready for more fires. I'm ready to get outside and continue making progress on my yard. I know I've talked about not being super outdoorsy green thumb person, but I enjoy being outside and I enjoy the improvements that are slowly happening in my yard. And so feeling like excited to take the next step, to get the next stuff done, and then continue to reap the benefits, you know, is very nice. So, and I want to open up my garage and get my garage aired out and cleaned out for this year's art stuff. I'm just... But none of that can happen when it's -12. It's just... I want to be a hermit. Catch 3 seafood, catch 3 here and there fish. Sell 2 fish. Let's go mine. Oh, I haven't done Glimmer Run today. And I might kind of limit it depending on... Oop, I see you. Depending, since I'm focusing on Dreamlight points as opposed to getting more Glimmer. Because honestly, I'm almost kind of done getting Glimmer unless I start realizing that I need more of the craftables that require it. Because I only need 400 to make one of everything that's available. I think I really want 425 because... Uh-oh, uh-oh. I went the wrong way. Oh, it's mostly gold. That's fine. Okay, I think I just missed that coal, which is also fine. But, I think last time I looked, I had 389, maybe? 380 something, I feel like, of the Glimmer. So, 1 or 2 more runs, and I really won't need more Glimmer. At least not for now. But... I will need it for duties. And because it takes so long for it to respawn, there's really no reason for me to go gather it all up and then potentially run into another one of these find glimmers. So I'll just be patient. Catch here and there fish. I might do this one, and I feel like it might be the easiest to do in the glade if I'm not mistaken. And it'd be really nice if I already had an onyx on me and then I could just sell an onyx. Do I have an onyx? No. Which means I don't want to do that. Alright, so let's fish. So we started with a little bit over 22,000 points today as far as Dreamlight. Oh, so I was going to make one more lure trap for every place that I've got lure traps over in the Vale. And then I forgot that I was really low on moss. So I'm not going to scour the Vale today. I think I might even wait until after the update to even start scouring the Vale again, because I'm really, really hoping that they have done something to fix the spawn rate over there. Because it's so discouraging to not have, because there's no stalls over there. You know, you don't have Kristoff's stall where you can just get more stuff. And then if things don't spawn, it's just like I'm never gonna have enough resources from the Vale to not feel frustrated by it. Like, I feel like both the Valley and Eternity Isle are pretty well balanced, at least as far as my experience has gone, to where I don't ever feel like it's gonna take me weeks to just get the bare minimum to craft something or to complete a quest. And I feel like over there, if somebody were to ask me for 200 moss, I would just be like, I can't even fathom trying to deal with that. You know, or some of the bouquets or balloon things where it requires flowers to make them, like, they don't spawn enough. You know, I've run that whole, you know, the whole biome and gotten 3 flowers, you know. It's just like, this is not okay. I don't know where the best place to get here and there fish. I feel like it can be anywhere, but I'm not sure which biome might be the best. If there is one. Because I think you can catch it from everywhere, right? Should be able to finish the seafood thing pretty quick, though. I did see people requesting to be able to get blue bubbles, to have like some way of having just blue bubbles. More time bending stuff. And I was just like, so they could call it a not so magnificent potion. Because I think it's called or miraculous. Now, if I just fish here, will I eventually get enough here and there fish? This is where I find out that the glade is like the only biome that it doesn't spawn in. I should just look and make sure. Anywhere. It literally says Dreamlight Valley. Like, there is no biome. It's just here. Okay. I'm not going to push too hard on it. Like, if I sit here and fish for a few minutes, I'm gonna, and not catch it, I'm gonna go someplace else. And try again. And then I might break it up and do some other stuff. Like, you're just giving me cod. Stop it. I'd take seaweed at this point. Ask and ye shall receive. Nice. It's 2 memory pieces since we started today. Oh, for the day that I finally finish all of the memories. That's something I need to put in my spreadsheet. Nope, that is not it. Allow for a menu select for the memory frame pictures. Because cycling through all of your memories for those makes me never want to use those. Which is kind of not the purpose, right? They should put stuff in the game that people are excited to use. Right? You'd think? So, and especially like grinding for memories is one of those things that I don't even prioritize it. Like, I'm sure there are people that have totally prioritized grinding for memories and grinding till they get all of the memories unlocked. But the memory frame feels like at least a reward, if not the reward, for doing that grind. Because then you can display them almost like achievements or trophies or something. Like you've done the work to get the memories, and now you can display them. That could be a whole art gallery as far as a room. And I actually have thought about that. I'm like, that would be kind of cool if you could just line the entire room with art gallery wall. Like art, you know, the memory frame. Okay, I have a thought in there. It may not sound coherent, but that's what it is. You could line the entire room with memory frames and put all of the memories that you have unlocked in them. And it would almost be like an achievement room, you know? There we go. I knew there was a way to articulate that, and my brain finally let me have it. Hey, dude. Can you call a here and there fish, please?
You have yourself a swell day.
You have yourself a swell day. Frickin' cod. Stop giving me frickin' cod. Yeah, there's a lot of stuff I'm really looking forward to with this update. A gem stall? Are you kidding? Long overdue. I feel like there's probably another category of stuff. Is there another category of stuff that they could give us a stall for? I'd like to see Mulan get more tea options. I think that would be fun. Shrimp. Fantastic. It's exactly what I don't need. So yes, tomorrow's video, I don't think I talked about this on Thursday. So tomorrow's room, for the decor video, is a home theater. Kind of keeps going in that things to do with company kind of thing. So, you know, entertainment spaces. So now we have a lounge and a cocktail bar and a home theater. And then there's only one more room to go for the 3rd floor. And then we'll be on to the 4th floor. And I'm going to do... I actually asked my husband, I'm like, okay, if you had a really big fancy house, would you want the first bedrooms that you come to near the front of the house be the primary suite? Or would you want it to be guest rooms? And he gave me the guest rooms as the answer. And I was like, you know, that's what I was already thinking. Because I was like, if you had a big fancy house, you would want your primary suite to be kind of tucked away where people couldn't just stumble upon it, you know, and just go in. You'd want the first rooms to really be, you know, things that you wouldn't mind people going into. And he was like, that makes sense. I don't know why he chose guest rooms first, but as far as closer to the front of the house. But, oh, and I inadvertently figured out that the maximum number of floors in a house is 20. Because I was looking at you know, a kind of thread on one of the announcement videos. And somebody was wanting to sell back the rooms in their house. And then people were talking about the maximum number of floors. And I was like, oh, well, that's something I had not known. And I had not looked it up because I was like, either there's no limit or I will eventually find the limit. Although I stopped buying houses or rooms on my, floors in my house ages ago because it gets so dang expensive. and I wasn't using them. Although now I probably will eventually, you know, because eventually I won't need to spend the money on Scrooge's shop, and I'll be able to focus on the money that it's going to cost me for those last 5 floors. But I was like, oh, well, I guess I know now. Because I had been avoiding looking it up because I was like, I'll figure it out. So, minorly spoiled, but that's okay. Not in a way that's, like, upsetting or anything. Getting closer to buying our new oven. Super excited. Ready to bake stuff again. Ready to get a giant appliance off my frickin' counter, too. Because my husband was talking about not needing to keep it on the counter once, because we're looking to have an air fryer oven. And that's, we have a foodie, which is an air fryer and a pressure cooker, but we just don't pressure cook that stuff that often, so it can get put away. Ugh, God, woman, would you please actually go over the fish? I hate it when I do that, where it's like I go right next to all of them. It's like, why? And did you notice? It was more frickin' cod. I'm so over it. Stop giving me cod. Oh, goodness. So I'm thinking about... I have a minor addiction to purchasing scarves right now, because I have decided that they are going to be a main decorative element in my garage. If you have not been with me or are not aware of my artsy craftsy side, my art space is in my garage, which is why in the wintertime I don't get to do as much. It's usually not a big problem because I'm usually not as motivated as far as projects go. I get a little less inspired, I get a little less motivated to actually do the things and focus my energies elsewhere, even if it's just recharging my energy. I'm tired of this here and there fish. Bull crap. But, freaking cod. Hi. I'm gonna stick... Yes, I know who you are, Moana. I know who you are. But I have some stuff... Or I started getting scarves last year because they're going to be easy. They're lightweight and really colorful. So they can be pretty versatile, especially if you're not like super fussed about them being in perfect shape, which I thrift all of my scarves because I don't need to spend much, like a ton of money on it. But it's to help disguise like the walls and the ceiling and stuff in my garage, because it's just a box. It's, you know, it's a garage, so it's a concrete floor, it's walls, white walls, and just, it's functional. It's not pretty. And I don't want to paint in there because I already have all of my art stuff in the way. I'd have to, it would be so labor intensive to try and paint the walls in there, which is usually the easiest way to change and cheer up a space, is to just paint the walls. But since I'm not going to be able to do that, I need to have solutions that I can put up. And I also don't mind taking them down. So last year, I got a bunch of scarves, and I did a bunch with them. And then now every time I thrift, it's like they're trying to give them to me. They're like, here, this one's on sale. It's only $2. It's like, God damn it. Like, I really shouldn't be buying more scarves. So I bought more scarves yesterday. What am I doing up here? I'm going to eat, and then I'm going to look at this. Okay, I'm ignoring this now because it's a pain in my ass. Oh, sell 2 fish. I should have done that. So we'll go back down there. I really don't need to. I rearranged some of my wells and goofy stalls so that they were all concentrated with some of the shops I have. Just teleport, woman. It's not that big of a deal. Like, I moved this over here, so it's all concentrated now. I did not move the one near my house in the Forgotten Lands because it's not terribly far from my house. But I think that's the only one I could have relocated and chose not to. Alright, are there herring in here? Wait, look, herring. 14 million and 2 herring. Oh, and I don't have to run all the way there. His stall is literally right here. This is why we did this.
Hi there, pal.
Reap the benefits. Don't go on autopilot. Alright. And we can go ahead and sell this stuff too. Oh, you know what helps? Doing this. Alright, there we go. Do I not have seaweed in the box? I swear I had seaweed in the box. Glimmer, time bending, time bending. Feed a squirrel. Fantastic. I thought I had seaweed over here. Oh, I do, but it's full. Okay. That's why it didn't go. Alright, there it can go. I have mushrooms. I don't need to hold on to those either. I'm feeding a squirrel. And depending on where we are, you know what I should do. Hi. Hey, how are you?
Well, look who it is.
I got a screenshot of her where she's got like her wand and it's going straight up through her face. I was like, I should make a post out of that, and then I haven't done it yet, but it was only like yesterday or the day before I did that. I was like, that's weird. It looks painful. So I took another look at the Disney Pixar movies lists. I'm still trying to figure out how I might do a tier list. Or lists. I feel like it's probably going to be lists. Because there's a lot of stuff, there's a lot of like made for TV and TV shows that I'm not fully aware of. Or I'm aware of like their aesthetic. There was something else I thought of today that I was like, oh, the aesthetic of that, I would really like to see more of that in the game. I'd have to look at the list. I mean, I've got the spreadsheet right here. I could do that. So we had the main, well, and there's multiple studios involved. So we have Walt Disney Animation, we have Pixar Animation, then we have Disney Toon Studios, and then Disney Television Animation. And then there's 20th Century Animation, which I'm assuming was a recent acquisition. I'm not super up on all of that. But Ron's Gone Wrong, which honestly was super cute, is apparently under the Disney umbrella, but under 20th Century Animation. And I think that's where Ice Age 6 is coming in too. So I know Ice Age used to be like completely separate, but I'm guessing it's now underneath Disney somehow. And then there are other Disney units, according to the page that I was referring to get all this list, which is where Nightmare Before Christmas. So it's like, I can't just go in and say other Disney units automatically off the table as far as my tier list, because we've already got Nightmare Before Christmas. And then you also have, let's see, what's in there that I was like, oh yeah. Oh, I think the live action Lion King and Mufasa are both considered part of other Disney units. But then you have Bob's Burgers movie, which, don't get me wrong, I would love to have Louise in this game because I love Louise and Louise is secretly me. But and don't get me wrong, I also love Tina and what's the son's name? I love Bob's Burgers and I love the whole family. I'm also a little bit of Linda. And my husband's a little bit of Bob for real. But like he doesn't sing to the food, but he definitely takes food stuff seriously when he's cooking. What's the son's name? Gene. There we go. My oldest is definitely Jane. But anyway, I don't think I'd count Bob's Burgers characters as being potential for this game, but they're technically, like, this is the problem with going through the list of things that are technically part of Disney, because there are things that I'm like, I can't just rule a whole category of stuff out, because again, we already have some stuff from this other category. And then there's live action films with non-CGI animation, which has a lot of stuff that I probably wouldn't add either because I don't know it or because it's probably never going to be in there anyway for whatever reason. But then there's things like Mary Poppins and Bedknobs and Broomsticks and Pete's Dragon and Whom Framed Roger Rabbit and, you know, Enchanted. Anyway, there's a lot of stuff that I was like, I can't just rule out this whole category. Yes? Yes, quickly, please. So it's kind of a tricky thing. And then there's, oh, where is it? I think it's under the television animation. The Phineas and Ferb movie is. Now, Phineas and Ferb was a TV show, and my oldest watched it a lot. So I know the whole theme song. I love the dynamic between the brothers and the sister. Like, so I could totally see being fine with having Phineas and Ferb in the show or in the game. But so it's like, but technically it's television. So there's things that it's like there's a bunch of Winnie the Pooh stuff. I could totally see having a whole expansion about the 100-Acre Wood, or something similar to it, or a realm, you know. But what was I looking at that I was like, oh, I definitely want, like, I never watched any of the Tinkerbell stuff. I know there's a bunch of movies, and I think there was a show, and there's a whole toy line, and like there's all this stuff. But I'm always down for more fairy stuff. Always. You could make a whole fairy game, and I would just be like, there for it. Well, it depends. Depends on how you do it. But I'm always intrigued when fairies are involved. So even though I'm not familiar with all the Tinkerbell stuff, if you give me more stuff from those things, I'm never going to be mad. Gosh, I wish I could remember what it was that I was like, I would love furniture from that. Or I wish I could remember which one it was, because I was doing this I was redoing this list today. Enchanted. I love Enchanted. The second one was fine, but the first one, I'm all about it. Well, and I'm looking at a list of 133 titles right now, so it's kind of hard. Maybe it was up here at the top. Like, I don't know if I want a bunch of Cars stuff, but there's Cars stuff I wouldn't mind having. And there's things I haven't seen. You know, I want Big Hero 6. I want Baymax. Is it Bolt? I haven't seen Bolt since it came out on video. So, but and then you're in a juxtaposition of like, I think they should have a dog companion and a cat companion. And then you could have skins from a bunch of animals from all the different movies that have animals in them. And it's like, but would you make Bolt a companion? Or would you make Bolt a character? I feel like he should be a character, right? Like, I feel like that's right. But I don't care about him as a character. But if I had a dog companion, I wouldn't mind having a Bolt skin for him. You know? It's not as hard for like a Boo, since a Boo doesn't talk. I feel like it would be obvious to give the monkey's companions a Boo skin, and that, you know, I mean, but I could also see him being a character because he still communicates even though he doesn't speak words. Wally doesn't speak words. What else? Yeah, there's several movies I haven't seen. I've not seen either of the Rescuers movies. I got on this really long tangent. Fantasia. Can you imagine some of the costumes and decor objects from Fantasia? But I don't necessarily want a ton of the characters. There was another one that I was like, oh yeah, those two characters would be one character as far as I'm concerned. I can't remember what it was now. There was something that I was like, there's another set of characters that really I would treat as one character in this game. Treasure Planet. I haven't seen it since it came out. But I love the aesthetics from it. So I would definitely want some furniture and clothing from that. Even though I you know, don't have like deep-seated nostalgia for the characters in it, because I feel like I've seen it like maybe twice. And when did that come out? Like 1990 something? Where is it? Ooh, was it later? No. There's no way it was later than that. 2002. Okay, well, it was later than that, just not very much later. But yeah, there's a lot of stuff that it's like, I may not care about the characters as much, but there's stuff I want to see in the game from it. Because I also like the mix and match. I like to mix and match the aesthetics from the different stories. Oh, The Adventures of Ichabod and Mr. Toad. Like, I know people probably wouldn't count that as being like something they want in this game, but I think the fact that they're so different than a lot of the other Disney stuff would be really interesting to have. I mean, apart from the fact that I really love Nightmare Before Christmas, I love that Sack and Jelly. Did I really just do that? Okay. Apart from Jack and Sally and, you know, like all of the Halloween Town stuff, they look so different than most of the other characters and stuff in this game. And I love having that in here. So I may not be, you know, excited about the characters of Ichabod and Mr. Toad and that whole, it's been ages since I've seen that. I can't even remember the last time I saw it, probably as a child. But I would love to see like some different styles kind of get put in here too. So anyway, all right, let me fix this now that I have rambled on and looked at all these other spreadsheets. It's just been on my mind because it's not like it's the first time people have brought up like what characters would you want to see, what, you know, movies would you want to see, but since it's been brought up multiple times, I've been thinking about it. It's kind of like that. It's more in the forefront of my consciousness as opposed to just being like, yeah, occasionally I think about what it would be fun to add to this game. And I, you know, generally speaking, there's probably not much they're going to add that I'm going to be like, oh, I don't, you know, oh, I hate that. Like, I'm probably going to be fine with whatever they add, but there are probably things that I would really like to see, and I just don't consciously think about it because whatever they choose to release is what they're going to choose to release. I don't know how much influence I'm ever going to have on that. There are a few characters that I would be super stoked. I would be more stoked for Genie than I am for Aladdin and Jasmine. But I go back to, I'm a huge Robin Williams fan. This is not what we're doing up here. We're supposed to be adding decorations up here. I'm glad I got distracted. Distracted by the Genie. That's what I blame it on. But there are some characters like Kronk and even Yzma. And then Megara. I would love to have Megara in this game. I know I've said this before. Like, I've said those characters before. But, like, I would have to sit down and go, okay, what characters are actually in, like, Snow White and the Seven Dwarfs, or Pinocchio, or whatever. Like, let me try and remember who I would want. Like, Jiminy Cricket would be cool. He's not, like, on my top 5 list, probably, but I like Jiminy Cricket. I like Pinocchio, too. But even now, I'm looking. Fantasia. Some of the stuff from Fantasia, I would totally. All right, I need to not look at this list because it's now on my periphery, and I just need to change off of that so that I'm not distracted by, like, the list of movies that's right there. All right. So I did the thing. That's not the correct button. Ooh, look, I got an onyx. See, this is why I secretly mined so that I could sell an onyx. That's totally what I did. On purpose. I promise I'm not full of crap on this. Ooh, I can sell these mushrooms now. Good for me. Look at me go. 1.4 million. God, I spent so much. I think I was down near 300,000-400,000 yesterday. Remove 4 night thorns. Well, perhaps we could do... You know what I'm going to do? I'm going to do time bending. I've got 4 time bending things now. So let's do that first. That's this button. Oh, that's what I was going to do. So, since the video's up now... No. Current challenge. So current challenge is my cabinet of curiosities. Embrace the strange, curious, frightening, and fun. Your valley has home to many curiosities. Create a gallery to put them all on display. Now, I wasn't sure what I was going to do with this. And in the end, I don't think I quite nailed the theme like I would have liked. But I like how it turned out anyway. So it's, you know, like a room with a whole bunch of collection. Now, I wish there were like different kinds of shelving where it didn't look like I was just collecting potions or stuff like that. And I still don't really care for how my candles around my character turned out, but the angle of the stuff was higher importance to me than worrying about whether or not the candles were around her head. And I struggle a lot with like how much of a footprint things took up. There were things that took up bigger footprints. I would have liked to have beasts rows over here too, but I liked the Sally's potions over here. I liked having scrolls kind of around, although I realize I think I might have had a pile of scrolls. No, I didn't. There might be one behind this table. But even though it's got its flaws, I still enjoyed putting it together. I actually really liked the fact that this tea thing, this carpet in particular, there was 2 carpets that I was looking at. There's a carpet that comes with this little tea set, but it disappears underneath this rug. So it actually looked like the stuff was sitting on this rug as opposed to the rug that's part of the object. So anyway, I wanted it to be kind of dark. I wanted it to be kind of, you know, I didn't want it bright and cheerful. I kind of wanted it to be like this secret, like, room kind of thing where I have all these secret treasures kind of thing. That's kind of the vibe I was going for. And although you can't really tell, like up here in the left corner and then over here on the right, I actually tried to use these curtains to imply like the room was smaller than it was. And now that we're going to be able to make room sizes, like custom room sizes, I think I would have liked to do this after we get that update, because then I could have actually made this room narrower. But I also like the fact that it looks like I could close all the, like, drop all the curtains and then hide away a lot of this stuff. And so, anyway, I had fun doing it in the end, and I enjoy how it turned out. But then once they dropped that information about the room size thing, I was like, damn it. I would have loved to have that option. As I worked really hard to try and get that room to feel like it was a different shape than just a big box. And I don't think I achieved the idea that I had as well as I might have. But in the end, I think it's okay. And I participated, which is the number 1 goal. Number 1, participate. See? Missed. Missed. Probably will never spend Dreamlight on Tiana's slow cooker. I wonder what they're going to make us do to get it. You think it'll just be a... I go to talk to Tiana and she'll be like, here's this thing. I bet it'll be a quest of some sort. It's not supposed to be in the 50s until this afternoon. Ugh. I might even suggest we do another fire tonight, or today, because although it was really cold last week when we did it, the fire ended up being pretty warm. Now, the only real problem is that there's been snow on the ground all week long, so probably all of the stuff that we would burn would be really, really smoky because it's probably all damp inside. Just say, give me it, woman. Give me my extras. It is the reason I'm hanging out with you right now. Fine. What else am I looking forward to? I feel like there's some stuff I need to wrap up this week at work. But things have just been piling. Like, we had a bunch of snow days, which translates to work from home days, but it's definitely not the same working from home as it is. I work with a lot of physical stuff, so when I'm not at work, you know, the physical stuff all has to wait. So when I get back, I feel like I have to prioritize that because I've been out of the office. And then, you know, had time off. I feel like in the last 2 months, I've only really been at work for maybe the equivalent of on-site 1 month. So, like, there were things I got done because I had to do work from home, but it wasn't like being at work. I don't know. It just, it's weird. And even people I know I work with that all their work is computer based, they're still like, I still don't feel as productive at home. Now, I feel like if maybe I had a home office, or like I've heard people who have sheds or like a building on their property that's designed for a specific purpose, like an art studio, but it's, you actually walk outside and walk to it and go to a different building. Like there's something that shifts in your brain that it's like, I am at work now. And I don't really have that. We have a small house, and when the kids are home, even if it's not a school at home day and I'm trying to work, like there's still the tendency of them to interrupt or to come into the space, or I have to go break up whining, or, you know, my husband talks to me or whatever. And it's like, I never really feel like I'm fully at work. So it's always like this wrestle to mentally get there. Like, I feel like if I had a whole, like, if it was even on a different floor, you know, where it's like, this is my workspace. Please do not interrupt me during working hours, you know? Or call me or text me like you would if I was actually physically at my job, instead of just coming in and talking to me, because that makes me feel like I'm at home. That, and if I get up to walk around, at work, it's not the same as if I get up to walk around my own house. Because as soon as I step out of the computer, you know, out of this room where my computer is, then I'm not, you know, in the work bathroom. I'm not in the work break room. I am in my home. So it's just a weird mental state. I have to shift back and forth a little bit more, and it just feels less productive. I mean, I got stuff done that I got procedural writing done. But it's stuff that needs to get done. It just always gets kind of shafted as far as time goes when I'm physically at work. I have a feeling, though, there are some people who prefer to work at home because they feel like they're more productive at home. I'm sure there are those people in the world. Or that they're just as productive. Or maybe they have a really good way of separating home from work in that physical space. Maybe they have their own office. I don't know. Or maybe they don't have kids running around. I think the kids are part of what keeps me from feeling fully like I'm working. Because there's always the potential for them being louder than is normal. Sometimes I feel like I'm super productive at home. But I feel like I have to be in the mode of whatever the work is. Like if I'm in the mood to write procedures, which is rare, but I am writing those at home, sometimes I'll get in like a super groove. But I think it's because I'm not always really interested in writing procedures, that's if I'm home, that it's what I feel like I have to do, because or review stuff, or, you know, clean out files and clean out, this is not where I'm going. Clean out files or clean out, you know, email or things like that. Because I can't shelve books while I'm at home. I mean, I could shelve my own books, but that's not right. That's not what they pay me to do. So, oh, pumpkins, nice. Get those here in a little bit. I was trying really hard not to pick up too many pumpkins. Please don't make me pick up, because I need some money. So I've already done the boutique for the day. I've already visited all of Scrooge's shops for the day. Now I'm going to accidentally talk to you. Oh, I didn't. Nice. So we tried a new restaurant last night because we felt like splurging a little bit. And so I was like, oh, we should try this. And it was fine. But I don't think I'd get them again. And if we do get them again, I certainly wouldn't get the thing I ordered last night because it was fine. But I was telling my husband, like, everything's so expensive now that it just it doesn't make it worth it to even go out. Some places, like I told him, if we had gone to this other place that we knew what the food was like, then I wouldn't have regretted it. But I'm not, and I told him I have to really think about it like we paid for the information, kind of. Like, I'm not upset that we tried this food, and it's fine, but it's not worth the money for me. But I'm not mad that we learned that it was just fine and probably not worth the money. Now, there might be other stuff on the menu that I like better, but the thing I got last night, I was like, it's okay. I shouldn't have had to spend this much money on it. There are other things I could have spent less money on, or the same amount of money, and been much more satisfied by. Okay, did I already time bend everywhere here? I did not time bend in Sunlit Plateau or the Forgotten Lands. I was like, I feel like there's a place that I haven't gone yet. It's over here. So it's okay. Like I said, I would rather know than keep thinking, oh, we should try that place. You know? It'd be nice if it didn't cost so much money to find out. But unfortunately, that's just the economy we live in now, you know? Things are just more expensive. We eat a lot less fast food now because of how much it costs. It's like when it was cheaper, it was more justifiable to eat fast food. But now it's just like, no thanks. There are other things I can eat instead. And, you know, since you know, we're home a lot, it's not like we need food on the go. Like, there were times in the past where it was like, we would be doing so much stuff that it would be like, okay, I just need to grab a quick something to eat. And so fast food was really nice for that. But now it's just like, it really comes down to, do we really want to avoid cooking and pay that much money for the convenience? No. No, we don't. Like, it's fine. And there are a lot of restaurants that have cropped up in the last few years. I think after the pandemic, there was a lot of stuff that closed. But there's also been a lot of stuff that's opened in the last few years. And so it's worth trying. Like, we tried, I think last weekend or the weekend before, my husband and I tried, like, a little taco restaurant. Well, it's not just taco. A little Mexican restaurant, I guess. They've got a variety of stuff. They've got tacos. But, they were pretty good. So even though they were about the same price as the food that we got yesterday, I would definitely go back there. And I would definitely be excited to try more stuff from there. So if we try this place again that we had last night, I will definitely get different food because my husband seemed happy with his food. The little one seemed fine with his food, except for he's 7, so he didn't eat very much of it because he's 7, so. My older child really liked it for like the first half, and then, because it was a grinder, so sauce, cheese, and meat stuffed in bread. I just got cheese, and I feel like it was too saucy. I feel like that's what really came down to, because it made the whole thing kind of soggy, and I was like, there should be like, and it's not fair because I kept comparing it to one of my favorite childhood restaurants that closed years ago, and they made grinders, and the bread was always like super crispy and crusty on the outside, and then it was all soft and cheesy on the inside. And so I know what probably wasn't a super fair comparison, because I'm like, this is nothing like a grinder that I would like. because I think it was just too much sauce. And then the bread wasn't like a crusty bread, it was a softer bread. So it just made, the sauce made the bread extra soggy and soft. And I was just like, this is not what I was hoping for when it came to a grinder. Okay, why didn't I get what I was hoping to get? There should be some more of these little bubble things, though. I'm going to see if I can find like 1 or 2 more and see if I can get lucky on a gift. Because I still need a gift, right? Yeah, time-bending gift. So, I feel like there usually is a bubble over here somewhere, but I don't see it. Where are you? So that's okay. I told my husband that although it was disappointing and we probably won't order from them again, that there's still plenty of restaurants in our area and not far from us either. Like, it's not just our immediate neighborhood, but like within a 15-minute drive, there's a ton of new restaurants. So we'll give some of them a try. There's a lot of taco places, which like 5 or 6 of them within like, what I really wish we had in this neighborhood was better Asian food, because there was a decent Chinese place that closed. And then there's a Chinese place that used to be really good like 30 years ago. And last couple times my husband and I have had them, it's just been like, it was one of the fancy places that my parents and I would go to when I was a kid. The other fancy place is still there and still going strong, but this one, I feel like, I don't know what, but it just feels like the quality declined. But I always remember it was one of those, ooh, we're going there kind of places when I was a kid. And now it's definitely like, no thanks. Which is sad, you know? It's sad. All right, well, I'm not getting a gift. So I'm going to go ahead and do some glimmer. But I'm going to stop with the whatchamajabba when I get the duty done, just in case I get another one, you know? And then we'll wait a little bit. I might even go over to Eternity Isle to get some more time bending done. But I'm definitely not gonna just keep doing this task because there's other tasks. I don't have to focus just on this. Kind of like the here and there fish. It's gonna be a pain in my ass. I'll just move the hell along. And if I get enough duties like that, then we can focus on something else entirely. Like I could go do a snippet run again. Because now that I'm kind of done making lure traps, I thought I was done, and I was like, I feel like if in a design, I would probably end up with like needing 4, because I do enjoy some symmetry. And that should be it, right? Yeah. Harvest 5 vegetables. Can do that pretty easy. Time bending gift. Here and there fish. Also, although fishing for 3 peaceful meadow fish. So probably this. Although I just noticed that the time says it's time for the break. So we'll go, where are we? We're in the Forgotten Lands already. Fantastic. Hey, Jack. I'd like more characters from Nightmare Before Christmas. I'd like characters from James and the Giant Peach. I don't think that's going to be a priority. But I definitely enjoy Beefy Cute. And I know it's not everybody's cup of tea. So I imagine before we get any more Nightmare Before Christmas characters, we will get a lot more other, more traditional Disney characters. There was somebody I was thinking of as far as variations. Like, oh, you could have this character and then have this be their variation. But now I don't remember who it was. Decorations on Dazzle. Dazzle. Razzle Dazzle. Razzle Dazzle? No. Dazzle Beach. Because I was like, oh, I should say Dazzle Beach. And then I said razzle dazzle again. This is how brains are weird today. Every day we're here, we learn just how weird brains can be. And then we make sure that everyone knows it's perfectly normal to have your brain be this weird. And if you just embrace it, then you can laugh at how ridiculous everything is. Life is just ridiculous. Okay, I need to pick something from up here. What is it? I need to sell 5 fruits and harvest 5 vegetables. Well, I feel like we could just do this. And then we could do this. See, this is why we planted the lettuce that other day. Because we knew we would need to do that eventually. Prepare a 1-star meal or better. So this is how they get ya. They get ya by oh, here, this one's really easy to do. Just do this one. It's really easy to do. And then 30 minutes later, you're like, I was supposed to take a break. I still need to pee. Damn this game. Ah! Alright, is that it? Oh, I should have sold the vanilla. Damn. It wasn't it. Feed a crocodile. Prepare a 1-star meal or better. Well, if I go over here and I make a berry salad, who's going to be surprised? If you have been here before, the answer should be no one. If you have not been here before, the answer is you should not be surprised when I make a berry salad. Cook with seafood. 1 time. Couldn't have had me do that when I was cooking just a second ago. You had to make me do that now. Fine. Well. You do have to stop and go to the bathroom, though. Do we need a new beverage? Alright. Fine. I might grab a sneaky snack. Maybe. Harvest 3 lemons. See? This is not where lemons live.
Ever imagined we boys would be
Yes, Moana. Boom. Oh, hello. Right. Really don't want to, but I'm gonna anyway. Oh. Should also do this. Feed a critter. Just any old critter, eh?
My buddy Shank is the coolest person you'll ever meet.
This is something I should remember to report. This is Penelope being glitched. I mean, it's weird to say it's a problem that Penelope is glitched, considering like that's her thing, but still. She's invisible. Catch 3 fish in the peaceful meadow. If I feed a crocodile, I'll feed a critter. And if I catch 3 fish... If I catch 3 here and there fish. Alright, I'm going to take a break because I do need to pee. I do need to grab something to eat real quick. And yeah, if you are still here when I return, thank you so much. If not, I will see you next time. Don't forget to like, subscribe, follow, all the things. And I will catch you in a few minutes or later. Bear back. Nope, that's the wrong button. Now I'll be right back. Right. Made it. Oh, Lord. You know, I have my little curtain over on my left way. That's got a curtain, but there's like one little beam of light, and it's just like bing. Right, and it's like right in my eyes. Okay, just lean. Anyway, I was dutiful and ate my leftovers like a grown up. So there we go. All right, so we are gonna catch fish in the peaceful meadow. Hey, look, I'm in the peaceful meadow. Fantastic. I really don't want to just catch orange bubbles, but whatever. The only complaint I have is that I was not patient enough to fully heat up my leftovers. So the outside was nice and warm, and the inside was still cold. But that's okay. Lunch is generally more about function for me than it is about delectable foodstuffs. I generally reserve the pleasure of eating for dinner anymore, unless I have tasty snacks in the house. I need to go shopping tomorrow, though. Need to get some meats. I think we might do breakfast for dinner now that I'm thinking about it. Alright, to catch 3 fish. Now let's see if I can maybe coax a here and there fish. Probably not. I avoided the bubbles. I said no bubbles for me. And I have a 6-day work week this week. I work next Saturday. No, that reminds me, I need to put in my exchange day. Because I can take a day off in lieu of having to work the Saturday. Which is nice. I think I might just take the next Monday off because, well, that would be the simplest. And then I would still get a 2-day weekend and then a 4-day work week after a 6-day work week. But I had been thinking about it, like debating on which day I wanted to take off. Sometimes I'll wait and take the Friday after, because then I get a 3-day weekend and a 4-day work week. But then I have to wait a little bit longer to get the benefit, you know? But usually I am fine with that. I have worked 6-day weeks and 7-day weeks in my past. So, like, even when I have to work, you know, almost 2 straight weeks in a row. And then the payoff is that I get an extra long break after. Like, none of that bothers me. I don't enjoy it, but, you know, it's because I'm spoiled now. Spoiled, but I still have perspective. Like, I don't want to work Saturday, but at the same time, like, I don't have to work every Saturday. That is me in another life. Oh, my nose is itchy. And I was wrong. My kids' spring break is not the 2nd week of March, because I was like, holy cow, they've had so much time off from school. Like, that would suck if spring break was the 2nd week of March, because that just is going to continue to throw off their whole schedule. So I'm glad that it's not until the 3rd week of March, because they need some school time. They need some regular schedule time. I need some regular schedule time. Alright, well, no here and there fish. We'll switch back to doing something else again. Ooh, Lord, look at that. Okay, I gotta deal with this. Ridiculous inventory. Oh, and I should probably deal with these pumpkins. So let's manage the inventory. Pardon me, now I'm gonna have hiccups. That's gonna suck.
Hi there, pal.
And then I'm not selling the fish. I don't think I need to sell fish right now. Is there anything else I need to sell? Vanilla. Alright, now we will go offload all of the garbage. Oh, I was like, why is she not gliding? Oh, I forgot squid sashimi has a pretty healthy energy bar in there. Do I need to empty this again? Yeah. I can, and I am, and I will. I did deal with some of my storage management. I dealt with the resources, and I dealt with the flowers. I did not make time for the fish yet. But eventually we'll get there. Rocks. Rocks and gems. Drop that off.
This valley is the most amazing place I've ever seen.
Is it the most amazing place you've ever seen? Okay. Now I need to drop off time bendy crap. Well, and as I was dropping stuff off to storage, I was like, oh, I can't wait until I redo my art space and workshop, because I had to go drop off resources and everything is still so empty. That used to be so full of life and love and all the things. What am I doing up here? Why am I up here? I came to the wrong place. Oh well. It's not far. Why is it so laggy right now? Chill the hell out. But yeah, now going up to drop off those resources, I was like, it's empty. And it's not even the next floor. It might be floor 5. And I feel like it's going to have to be 2 consecutive floors. Because I'm going to need at least 4 storage rooms. So I feel like it'll be 2 and 2. Like maybe gems and flowers on one floor and then refined and unrefined resources on the other. Just to keep it easier on my brain. But then I could have 2 decorated rooms on each floor. Which would be fun. Instead of having the 1 room I used to have, it could be 4 rooms. Which gives me a lot more flexibility to create like a full sewing area and a full painting area and a full, you know, workbenchy area. And I'll probably have to do a workbenchy area on both floors now that I'm thinking about it. Anyway, what am I doing next? I'm looking at Dreamlight stuff. Decorations in the Sunlit Plateau. Feeding a critter, which means feeding a crocodile. Ooh, I should have just picked up a lobster while I was there. And mining for rock spots. Alright, so let's go down here. Let's grab a lobster. Because I am sure there's one in here. Somewhere. There we go. Not many. Beam of light literally boop right on my face. I was just like, can I just look over there and see it? Yep. Alright, hold on. I'm gonna have to fix that. My clip is really high too. It's already like way up there. Well, it's a little bit less. I had a different clip on there and it fell off at one point, so now I'm not exactly sure where it used to be, because I used to have that pretty, like, it was there all the time. So it made sure that I never had light on my face, but now, not the case. Oh well. So I'm curious. This gives me a count, so if I do this, 258. Pathing does not matter. I don't really need to put it back down.
What a perfect day
Pardon me?
for a race.
What a perfect day for a race. Do we see a crocodile in our midst? Looking, looking, looking. That's my crocodile. That doesn't help. I'm gonna have to eventually mess with the companion houses. I really haven't done much except for what they've asked me to do. So like this one for Tiana, and then there's one for... Oh, I see you. and one for a capybara that Rapunzel asked me to do. But I've really not messed with them. So I should probably figure them out at some point or another. Where did he go? Listen here, you little shit. Where are ya? Seriously, just freaking disappeared. Oh, I see one over there. That is not mine. There he is.
Okay.
Well, they're both over here
They
now.
are nice.
Come on now. I have food that you will like, so just stop running around. I do think that when we finally start doing some art craft stuff again, I'm probably going to switch Sundays to art craft stream. I think that's what I will do. It just makes the most sense too, especially if I want to have like the garage open, and daytime is usually easier for me to get creative cracking. Alright, sell 2 meals and prepare a 2-star meal or better. Okay. Add 3 decorations to the Sunlit Plateau. We can do that in just a minute. I'm gonna go cook. And I might just go ahead and make 2 berry salads. That's not where they live. It'd be nice if you could favorite a recipe. Like, this is what I always want to cook for energy meals. Because it's always what I want to cook for energy meals. Always. Harvest 3 fruit. Okay. Can and will do. Mine 4 rock stars and rock spots in the plaza. Can and will do that. Ugh, I love it when it's just like, oh, that's easy. Oh, that's easy. Oh, that's easy. It's so nice. I wonder how much Dreamlight we have now. I haven't looked. I've just been looking at the tasks. 28,000. Okay, so I've made 6,000. It's not bad. I always wish it was more, you know. Give me 10,000 every 5 minutes. So it makes it such a stark contrast from doing the mist. When I really focus on mist, I can get so much more in such less time.
Oh gosh, it sure is nice today.
It sure is nice. I'm trying to think of what villains I'd really like to see next. Because we're always going to be skewed towards more of the protagonists, I feel like. Just because there's always more of them. But obviously Maleficent, but she's coming, so that's not really like a, I can't wait till she's in the game. That's, I mean, I can't, but like, we know she's coming. But like, I don't know what other villains it would be really nice to have off the top of my head. Because we have a bunch of the... now I'm curious. I kind of want to look at the list. All characters. Villain. There really isn't a villain in Brave. Like, not a traditional villain. I would like the witch in here. I like her as a character, but I wouldn't count her as the villain. I mean, Merida's kind of the villain in a way, because she's the one that puts her whole family in jeopardy with her mom, you know? I mean, I guess Mor'du is the villain of the story. But even then, he's not as prominent, you know? The story isn't about Mor'du. Cinderella, Lady Tremaine and the sisters? Low priority. And again, there's not a big villain. There's a conflict in Encanto, but I wouldn't call, like, the grandmother the villain. Frozen. Oh, no, not that jackass. I don't remember his name, but no, he's not. He's definitely not a priority as far as villain. And then, unless you want to count, what's the other guy? The one who's voiced by Tudyk? Just because I want Alan Tudyk. in all things. in all the ways that he is available. I guess Hey Hey is probably still my favorite as far as Tudyk characters, and I do have Hey Hey. Hercules, we already have the villain, and we've already discussed that I would like Megara. Lilo and Stitch. No, I don't think the characters that count as villains in that, I'm not like, they're not high priority to me. I would love to have Lilo. I'd like to have Lilo and Stitch together. Mickey and Friends kind of not applicable. Moana. I don't know how you could do, I mean, what's the volcanic version of Te-Fiti? What is she called? Oh, I guess the crab. How would you do him? He's massive. You'd have a small version of him. Monsters, Inc. I wouldn't want the villain from Monsters, Inc. I'd like Boo. Mulan. Nah. Ratatouille. Nah. I'm trying to think of the villains that are in these stories, you know? Oh. What's his name? From Princess and the Frog? I would definitely like to have him. What's his name? Something with a V? Villain from... From Princess and the Frog? Is it a V or an F? Facilier? Is that it? Princess Frog? That's not it. It is an F. I don't know why I thought it was a V. Yeah, he's pretty cool. I'd like to have him in here. Madam Mim? 100%. Would love to have Madam Mim in here. Nightmare Before Christmas. Oogie Boogie? I'd be down. Toy Story. Sid? Not really. Wall-E. The computer? The ship? Is that the villain of Wall-E? Kind of. Wreck-It Ralph? Who is the villain in Wreck-It Ralph? Is there a villain in Wreck-It Ralph that I'm not remembering? Oh, in the first Wreck-It Ralph, another Tudyk character. I actually thought of him earlier. He's not King Candy. Would you want him as King Candy? I think I'd want him as King Candy, as opposed to whatever the racer that he actually is. Yeah. I think in this whole list, Dr. Facilier is probably the number one of the franchises that we already have access to, besides King Candy. I think King Candy would be all right, too. But yeah, nobody else has really, like, a villain that we're missing that I would care about as much. So there's that. But I feel like there are other villains I'm not thinking. Like, I wouldn't mind having Cruella de Vil. I wouldn't mind having the Queen, the evil Queen. Sunlit Plateau decorations. That's where we're headed.
I hope my time here brings honor to my family.
Trying to think of franchises we don't have yet. See, this is why I need a tier list. Maybe I should break it up by, like, villains and not. I thought about breaking it up by decade. Just to, like, you know, maybe every 20 years or so. But then, I don't know. I think I'd have to break it up like every 10 movies. I don't know. I'm brainstorming still. All right, feed a fox. Catch 3 fish in the glade of trust. 3 decorations in the peaceful meadow. Stupid freaking here and there fish. Vegetables. Sell 3 vegetables. What do the fox eat? The fox eat, you know, white sturgeon. Is that what they're called? Those things. Probably. Ooh, why? No! I hit the wrong button. This is what happens when you click off your screen and then you don't realize you haven't clicked back on your screen and then you start hitting shortcuts for other windows. That's what happened to me on Thursday. I ended up in a different scene and I looked over and I was like, the hell is happening? But that's how you know that we like to participate in self-sabotage here. We can't just say we like it. We have to demo it every once in a while. Demonstrate that self-sabotage for everyone's viewing pleasure. And if that sort of thing confuses you, you might be in the wrong place. Alright, I was coming down here. This is not the peaceful meadow. What the hell am I doing? This is what happens when you don't track the task. I'm still not tracking it. Look at me rebel against myself. Alright. Small chest. Boop. 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 Exit. 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 Exit all the things. Gooseberries. Alright. Exit. They're over there. Go get them. Ah. Oh man, I'm so ready for doing stuff besides just gathering resources. Well, that's not all I've been doing. I've been doing dream snaps and decorating. And I feel like even though it's going to take me ages and ages and ages to do that stuff, I'm glad I'm not trying to do it all back to back to back to back, because the pacing is helping me like retain excitement for it. So it's also been making me like, I feel like in other star paths where I've finished them early enough and I get bored, it's nice having the variety of stuff I've been doing, because by now I would have switched to another game for a while. Which there's part of me that's like, you know, it would be kind of nice to go back to, like, I would like to get back to Coral Island for sure. Damn it, cumin. Alright. I should have changed that, but that's fine. Birds. I watched somebody's video and they made a comment about how everybody hates this building. While I get being stuck with it kind of sucks, like I would like to be able to move it, I don't dislike this. I feel like it's almost a prompt. Like, use it to incorporate. I have a feel that I'm sure it's a lot of people who don't like that aesthetic either. I like it, though. I like creepy, dark things. I just wish I could move it, you know? Like, maybe if you want to force me to keep it in the biome, that's one thing, but, like, let me move it around. You do that with goopy stalls, it's not like it's not possible to program in there. Okay. You know when you have, like, things that you screw up and then you're super paranoid you're going to do it again? Have you ever locked your keys in your car and then locked your keys in your car again? I did that like 2 times in a row, a couple different times in my life, where it's just like, oh my god, is this who I am now? Okay, where else did I need to go? Dazzle Beach. Feed a fox. Catch 3 fish in the Glade of Trust. Okay, so if I go down here and I mine across, I can go to the Glade of Trust right after. And this is how we try to plan ahead and hope that we don't forget what the hell we're doing by the time we get to the end of the first part of the plan. Because I do that frequently. It's fun. It's delightful. It's another way we demonstrate how we self-sabotage here. Okay. It's fine. I do have this paint by numbers thing that I got for Christmas. And I'd like to get started on that. I have a feeling it's going to take me a ridiculous amount of time trying to do it, though. I've also been itching to get back to my jigsaw puzzle. Because periodically I will work on it. Like my husband and I will watch a show and I will work on it while we're watching the show. Fish, fish, fish. Alright. Well, we'll start fishing down here. And then we'll go up to the Glade of Trust. I should have tracked one of them. I should have tracked the Glade of Trust one. Here and there, fish! Give it to me! Oh, I didn't mean to pick that up. And this is how stubborn I am. Hell, out of my inventory. I don't want it, and I don't want to have to deal with it. Uh-oh. My throat is suddenly acting funky. Yeah. Didn't count as a fish. That's a bummer. Didn't count as a fish. Also a bummer. I don't really want to work my way back to the left because this is how I will forget to go to the Glade of Trust next. God. Bite me. Alright, where is it? There. I have now tracked it. Happy? Perfect.
Just listen to that little voice inside.
The little voice inside me that says, what the hell are we even doing? What are we doing right now, Woody? Catching seaweed when I should be catching fish. Ugh. Just knowing it's warmer outside right now makes me just want to go outside. Alright. No here and there fish. Not shocking at all. Alright. We'll come over here and fish over here. Not even one. See, that's the thing. It's like, not even one. Like, give me at least one so I feel like maybe I might be able to get the here and there fish, but like, don't give me 0 this whole time. It sucks. We all go a little mad here. See, if we get the Cheshire Cat, which they tease the Cheshire Cat, so if it's something else besides the Cheshire, I mean, I'm sure there's going to be other stuff, but like, please give me him. So down. And then we can all go a little mad. Stop. I should move to a different spot. If it's going to be this much of a pain in my ass, I should just leave this particular little pond. Alright. Goodbye.
I guess everything the light touches is part of this new place.
Yes, Simba. Everything the light touches is part of this new place. Huzzah! You're so excited. It's amazing. You can't have my fish, though. I won't give it to you. Freaking seaweed! Stop it! Right. And cod! Nah! Prepare a 4-star meal or better. We are in the Glade of Trust. And then there's a vegetable thing. Four-star meal. 3 fish in the Sunlit Plateau. Feed a fox. Find 1 time bending gift still. 3 vegetables. Okay, so this and sell 3 vegetables. Need to eat again. Don't forget to eat this other random meal that you made. Fantastic. Huzzah. A 4-star meal or better. Couldn't do that before I had to feed a raven. Had to do it now. Thanks. Not human. No. Can't have it. That. Be so garlicky. There were 2 things of garlic. Alright. 4 rock spots in the Glade of Trust. Nope. Oh, pumpkins. I do need to deal with... God dang it. I need to deal with pumpkins. What am I doing? Do I have a gardener nearby? Okay. Maybe I'll redo my outfit for the update for Thursday.
Hey there.
Maybe I'll just go ahead and do the spring outfit that I'm thinking about.
Why, I couldn't have
I suppose I could work on it now.
day myself.
Maybe. We'll see if the whim gets me later. How much time do we have? Oh, we still have like 40 minutes. So I really want to do something with the peacock wings that I got. Since I haven't worn them yet, since I bought them. Because they were premium shop, right? But I really want to do something with them, you know? And then I'll take a new thumbnail with it. Because I've had the same thumbnail for a while now. Which is fine. I don't really have a set rhythm for that. It's like, when the mood strikes me. That's when I change all of that. Is that all my... Oh, balls. Alright. Oh. You know, it's funny. I've been doing all this resource gathering as of late. And then we get all the news about the update coming. And, you know, the multiple components of said update. And then it's like, oh, shit, I need to focus on a bunch of crap. I feel like I was all uber prepared. And now I'm like, uh-oh. I feel like it'll be fine. Because I feel like the optional stuff can all wait. Oh, that was the other thing I saw. You're going to be able to pin things that you like in the premium shop and keep them in there. Now, I'm curious, is it going to be a separate section? Because right now the premium shop is divided into different sections, right? You got the featured section, and you've got the limited time deals. And then you've got a recommended section, and then you got signature bundles. Now, the signature bundles are always there, and they don't ever seem to leave, which is fantastic. But then the recommended, I guess, is different for everybody. So this may not be what you have this week. And then these, I believe the top two are the same, the featured and the limited time deals. Now, is there going to be a new section for your saved or pinned shop items? Because I don't want it to replace any of these. You know what I mean? Like, I want it to... Because what happens if you pin something in the featured section? Do you not get the new featured stuff because you have stuff pinned there? I feel like it's got to be a whole new section, right? It doesn't make sense for it to supersede any of the stuff that already exists. Unless it takes up, like, a section of your recommended. But I feel like they'd want you to see more options to choose from every week as opposed to less, you know? Because obviously moonstones are money. So they'd want you to spend money. I'm trying to think if there's anything in this. Is it still being jacked up? No, it's actually back to normal again. Good for me. Just looking at this. There were some objects that I was tempted to acquire this bundle for decorating purposes sooner rather than later. In fact, I might do that. I want this top as just a top. I still wish we could do different colors on them without having to get like a whole separate. I do like these pillow things. That wallpaper's interesting. Is it actually textured or is it flat? Looks flat. It looks textured though, so that's cute. Anyway, still holding out for those other big bundles. Although I could just purchase them. I'm waiting though. I'm curious to see what new premium stuff comes next week. I already bought the stuff that I wanted to get this week. I was not totally stingy with my moonstones. Oh. Well, yes, I will take more pumpkins. You can just keep giving them to me. That's totally fine. Should be somewhere between 400 and 500,000 by the time I'm done dealing with this. Which is good, because that puts me almost at 2 million again. Wonder if I should just go ahead and go buy more pumpkin seeds right now. How many days do we have, really? And how much time am I actually going to play between now and then? Comes out on Wednesday. I'm going to need at least Monday, Tuesday, and Wednesday, Thursday. So at least 4 days of pumpkins.
What a perfect day for a race.
That's 75. No, that's 70. So that's 140. So that's 280 times 4. So 800 plus 320. So 1,120. Am I doing my math right there? Maybe. So this is not enough for that. So I should go buy another round of pumpkin seeds. I might as well do that today. Oh my god, just get it, woman. Toggle. I'm telling you. Toggle on the glider. Totally freaking worth it. Even with the glider, but not toggled, I still would have struggled. I might not have gotten all of those. It's really hard to get used to, especially since you can turn on a dime. And you have to keep moving. Because if you stop gliding. But if you're always struggling to get those pumpkins... Or multiple crops, I should say. Or multiples of anything. Anything that pops out and does that. The glider is always going to be a good option to try and get more or all of the things that pop out like that. So. Oh, goodness. I feel like one or both of the children are forgetting to eat meals at a regular time. Their whole schedule got screwed up last week, though. Like, completely. So annoying. Oh, Lord. Would you please glide? Thank you. I think I missed one. What does it smell like? It smells like something right now. Can't tell. Usually I can figure out what somebody's heated up. It might be leftovers, which is probably why I don't recognize it. So I started watching The Haunting of Hill House with my oldest, and he is at least interested enough to give it a shot. But I feel like it is one of the best payoffs for a slow burn story. And I like Mike Flanagan. So I'm really hoping that... Because he's 14, so he's right on that cusp of still not paying full attention and grasping everything. But is starting to be better. But, aw, damn it. Get some of them and then... some of those. That's annoying. I hate it when it does that to me, where it's like, and we're going to do back-to-back extras that don't work well together. So we made it through the first episode. It's only 10 episodes, but they're hour-long episodes, so it's a commitment. But I think it builds on itself enough and keeps you interested enough to hopefully counter that, you know, kind of, I don't know, impatience that young people can sometimes have with stuff, particularly kids. Like, there are certain movies that it's like my little one still won't watch because there's just too much dialogue. And it's not dialogue that he can relate to. Like, if it's dialogue between, like, adults and kids or kids themselves, he tends to be more likely to pay attention. My older son was like that, too. But if it's adults talking about adult things, and not even, like, mature, like, things that he shouldn't be, you know, necessarily interested in as a young person, but, like, just... like talking about finances or something, like he's just not gonna give a shit. Like my oldest probably won't give a shit either. But so my oldest is right on that edge between he still doesn't really want to pay attention to certain things and like starting to get interested in certain things, certain topics that can be discussed in movies. But I do recommend Haunting of Hill House, the series. It's really well done. Right, harvest 3 cherries. Although I realized later that there was at least one Flanagan movie I could have put on for him that he might have been... that might have been like a introduction to Flanagan. Feed a sea turtle. Sea turtles. Spots. Catch 3 fish. Alright, well, let's go down and feed a sea turtle. In fact, we can drop off the crap over here. Grab the seaweed and the white sturgeon. Split. And then... wait a second. Alright. And then is there a white sturgeon? You know what? Sort by name? Okay. Not in there. Sort by name. Transfer. Split. And then you and you. You. Correct? Correct. Okay. I don't know how long it's going to take us to get through it, though. Because I feel like I'm going to have to, like, get him at just the right moment to where he doesn't feel like he's having to sacrifice his own time to watch this show his mom wants him to watch. It's kind of how I got the first episode done. I was like, hey, want to do that? I was like, all right. But the first time I brought it up, he was like, well, is it okay if I leave before it's over? And I'm just like, man... can't give me the whole hour. Let's just not even start it right now. Like, I don't want you to be here waiting to leave. So. I'd rather you be at least patient enough to watch the whole thing, like the whole first episode all at once. Which he did. There were also several jump scares, so he was just like, huh, holy crap. So that was funny. Oh, that's right. I had to get close enough for you to run away. Hello? Hello? That's Tiana. Oh, that's Mickey. For a second there, I thought it was Tiana because it almost sounded like a jazzy number. Jazzy. Oh! Nice. Excellent, excellent. Still don't have all of hers unlocked. Alright. Glade of Trust, Sunlit Plateau, Forgotten Lands. Prepare a 3-star meal or better. So let's go here. And let's do... we can go prepare a what star meal? 3-star meal? Is that right? I just read it. You'd think I'd remember. You'd be wrong. You'd be wrong. Oh, that was a character I was like, you know, I don't know if I'm excited for Mr. Fredrickson or... What's the kid's name? Russell from Up. But Doug. And Doug I would want as a character. Not a companion. For sure. You could do Kevin as a companion. Do you imagine having that big bird following you around as a companion? Or like the little ones, the baby Kevins, you know. All right, 3 decorations. Fish from the Frosted Heights. Freaking typical, man. All right. What? This one? 4 rock spots in the Silent Plateau as well. Okay. Well, I should have plenty of Dreamlight for the realm. I mean, I had more than I needed probably for the realm going into today's stream, but I want to make sure that I have some padding in there. It'd be nice to start scouring again. I probably could have done that like 2 weeks ago. Could have probably have scoured everything, but then I was like, when are things gonna come out? I should save stuff. I probably should have just done it. It's alright. There we go. Trust. 3 apples. Alright. Cool. Really don't need you. Can you... Damn it. Can you leave me alone? Bye. Yeah. I've only gotten that one scramble coin duty of the day. Is this the one that you can't ever get to? It's most obnoxious. I thought they like moved it to where... Yep, this is it. This is the one you can never freaking get to. Get to it! Well, then I won't fish here. That's how you want to be. One. Not a here and there fish, that's for sure. Never gonna get a here and there fish. Ever. Well, that's the thing for me too, is like there's a you can cook there's a certain dish that if you cook it with all here and there fish, it gives you like 10,000. And I'm just like, I can't catch enough to make it worth my while. Like, I'd rather just farm pumpkins than try and farm for here and there fish. I've been playing this game for almost, well, not 3 hours straight, but pretty damn close, and I haven't been fishing constantly, but I've been fishing frequently enough that it just ain't worth it to me. Like, I know isn't there supposed to be a way to, like, replicate items with, like, shards or something? But, I can't be bothered. It's not worth it to me. Oh, I should get these chests. Where are we looking time-wise? 2 hours, 41 minutes. Approach! Take this. It's dangerous to go alone. We don't have swords in this game. Boom. 3 apples. Fish, fish, fish. All spread around. I did see this, though. No. There it is. I was like, wait. Did I just mistake thorns for a blue chest? The answer was no. 12,400. Oh, yes. Did it say Forgotten Lands? Did it say fish? Or did it say mine? Fish.
I have no idea how far I go.
I had no idea how far you'd go either. Oh, Moana's grandma. Take her. And then she and the fairy godmother could hang out. And I bet Sally would hang out with them, and then they could quilt together. Okay, sorry. You could just craft a storm. That'd be amazing. Be so there for it. I love Moana's grandma. And then she could have a manta ray form. See, if they did a whole, like, place to be under the sea, you could have Moana's grandmother have a different form where she's a manta ray, and then you could interact with her in the ocean. That'd be so freaking cool. And then you could give Merlin a fish skin. Like in
It's Maui time.
his movie. Where they change into the different animals with the different lessons. They should have a Merlin skin for the squirrels. Like with his little... Doesn't he have like his glasses and mustache and stuff? When he's the other creatures? I feel like I'm remembering that correctly. Oh. Hit the wrong buttons and now I have my watering can. That's not right. No here and there, fish. Don't give it to me. I don't want it. It'd be too late now. See? 3 spices. 4 rock spots in the Glade of Trust. If I do
We
this...
have to stop Ursula from taking control of this valley.
She won't take... Shut up. She's not going to take control of this valley. You just chill the hell out, Ariel. No, Ursula makes you geek out, but it's fine. Oh. And eat a berry salad. I enjoy fruit and all, but like, I would be so ill if I ate this many berry salads. I should count how many I eat in any given stream. Like 10 of them. 10 berry salads in 3 hours. Whoa. Take that, take that, take that, take that. Trying to make sure I don't pack my inventory too tightly again. It's really easy to do when you're just running around doing duties to like completely forget that you have an inventory to manage. Alright. 4 rock spots in the Glade of Trust. There was something to do in the plaza though, right? Peaceful Meadow. There it is. And harvesting 3 apples. So we'll mine and get apples. 1, 2, 3, 4. Go this way. I'll have to go the other way. Just trying to remember how many nodes there were between me and the apples. Oh man, the next time we get together, it's gonna be post update. That's so nice. I hope people are. I know there's been a lot of people who are really frustrated with how long the Star Path took and how long they've had to wait for new content. And I just hope that those people are happy after this update comes out. I'm sure there will be people who will complain or wish there was other things that they did instead or in addition. But I hope a lot of people that are experiencing frustration right now feel some level of satisfaction when the update drops. I'm also really looking forward to that bug fix. I'm sure there's going to be a bug fix thing. And oh man, I've got my fingers crossed for that. Frosted Heights, Forest of Valor, Glade of Trust. Alright, let's go mine in the Glade of Trust. Somebody cooked a burger. That's what that smell is. And if I had to guess, I would say it was my teenager. Which means he did not eat his leftovers for lunch. Maybe my husband will have the leftovers for lunch tomorrow. Because he ate his own leftovers for lunch today. So we'll see. Considering how much money we spent on it, I'd really like all of the leftovers to get consumed. I think my little one had the best. He had chicken tenders with tater tots. Because he's not really a big pizza fan. Which is bizarre. To me. Not to say it's unheard of for a kid not to like pizza, but generally speaking, pizza is a pretty safe bet. Now, he'll eat it, but he's not, like, excited about pizza. And if he has the option to not have pizza, he's excited about chicken wings. And, like, on the bone chicken wings, not just, you know, boneless. And so, a lot of pizza places will have chicken wings as options. Nope. There we go. Alright. But yeah, he's not really into pizza, so there was, since it was an Italian restaurant, there was, you know, some other choices, but he went ahead and just went with the chicken tenders. So that is one really nice thing about having an air fryer, is reheating fried foods in an air fryer is so much tastier than microwaving. You could do it in an oven, like a regular oven. And that's pretty good too, but the air fryer makes sure that, you know, they're just, don't come off as greasy, don't get rubbery, that kind of thing. So those should be a fairly easy sell for someone at some point. Oh, we're not mining over here. We're fishing over here. Autopilot brain just took over. Did you see? Totally took over. But that's also because we are about 10 minutes away from the stream ending, which means my brain is starting to turn to jelly and dribble out of my ears. So thinking clearly. Nope, don't know how to finish a sentence. Because I was about to say, not super prevalent, but that's not really what that's not really it. No big brain thinking at this point in the stream. Only autopilot brain is in existence now. See, this is when I'm going to catch a here and there fish. Right at the end of the stream. Okay. See, I keep trying to do it, and it doesn't take the bait. Oh, I did need to do 4 rock spots in the Forest of Valor. Words and stuff. And eat a berry salad. Dun dun dun. Dreamlight. There we go. Frosted Heights. Harvest 3 bananas. Pick some coffee beans. Nice. I love it when there's more than one thing to get done in a biome. Okay, we're not mining up here. We're fishing up here. Note to self. Don't autopilot start mining everything. Nope, that's the wrong button. Okay. I even tracked it. Oh, it doesn't matter. I'm gonna fish here too. Hey, Simba. I know you really want to play Scramble Coin. Maybe I should play Scramble Coin with you since you want to play Scramble Coin.
I wonder who the ruler of this valley is and where they are.
Oh, I gotta do laundry. That is a bummer. Seaweed. Boom.
I can't run from my past forever.
Is this going to be a crab? Or is it going to be tilapia? Come on, give me just one more fish, please.
I wonder who the ruler of this valley is.
It's me.
Where they are.
I'm right here. Good job, Simba. Damn it, seaweed! I'm very excited to be there. There we go. Thank you. Oh! Against Belle. Alright, let's play Scramble Coin. You give me double points if I do. And... tried and true? Sure. I might regret that. Probably. What the... That was the weirdest move. The hell did you do that for? Alright. I'm not even gonna pretend like I know. Nope. Really? Really, a little piece of poop? No. Corners. I didn't use Scrooge. It's so weird. And then... Sure. No, he actually does know how to use him. Okay. Because he wasn't moving him like you would think. Alright, so if I do that... Nope, I don't want to do that. If I do... Nope, I don't want to do that. Who are you? What do you want? You want that. Do I care enough? There we go. Sure. Damn it. No, Goofy, no. Okay, so skip. You can come here. You can go there. And we can do that. Fantastic. This is where he still somehow wins. Somehow. Yes. Excellent. Alright, but we did it because he requested it and he gave us double points. How much do I have to do? Ugh, 550? Oh, I'm not even halfway there yet. This is why I should make more time for Scramble Coin, because I'm not even halfway there yet. It's fine. Now, is Belle running around somewhere? I'm gonna have to take a nap this afternoon. My whole brain has been destroyed. Where is Belle? We're not around? Okay, coffee beans and what? Bananas? Is that right?
Never forget kindness can defeat anything.
Kindness can defeat anything. Bam! Alright, 11,000 points made today. Excellent, excellent, excellent. So, gain 500 star coins. That's easy enough.
Hi there, pal.
So, this, 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 this. So. Uh-huh. 2 gifts. Prepare 2 meals. Win at Scramble Coin against Belle. You know what, though? We're at about time anyway. So let's go ahead and go in to the house. We don't need that. Alright, so tomorrow's video is the home theater, which is on the 3rd floor, and it's behind the big fancy door. So when I did the lounge, I said that I was trying to use the frames as kind of like a hint of what is behind the doors, and that the big doors were kind of a hint on their own. So behind that door is tomorrow's room, and that room is the home theater. And then this room was the cocktail bar, and it looked like he was like mixing, like he has something. I know he's cooking because it's him and Remy learning how to cook together, but like it almost looked like he had like a bottle in his hand, like he was pouring something or mixing something. So that's why I used that picture for the cocktail bar. And then next week, not tomorrow, but a week from tomorrow, we'll do that one. So I feel like that is almost a little bit more accurate as far as like what the kind of vibe is for that room, but I'm not going to tell you. So anyway, yeah, we are good to, let me see. We are good for Thursday as far as I know. I'm super excited for all the new update stuff. I'm kind of curious to see if they're going to give us any more teasers. They've already dropped 3 teasers for, well, 4 if you count like the little emoji ones. And I feel like we already know what at least 2 of them are. Can't remember now. But anyway, so I'm curious to see if they drop us any more teasers. I really want to know what the bug fix list is going to look like. But in any case, I'm excited. I hope you're excited too. And I can't wait to see you guys on Thursday because it'll be new stuff day. So I hope you have a lovely day, nighttime, wherever you are, whenever you are. And I'll see you next time.